How the Cold War Influenced Global Politics. Welcome to Threads and Tunes, where we explore the intricate connections between history and culture. Today, we're diving into a pivotal period that shaped our world, the Cold War. This era of tension and rivalry between the United States and the Soviet Union not only defined the second half of the 20th century, but also had lasting impacts on global politics that we still feel today. The Cold War began after World War II, a time when the world was recovering from the devastation of conflict. The United States and the Soviet Union emerged as superpowers, but their ideologies were starkly different. The US championed democracy and capitalism, while the Soviet Union promoted communism. This fundamental clash set the stage for decades of geopolitical maneuvering. One of the most significant influences of the Cold War on global politics was the division of the world into two opposing blocs. Countries aligned themselves either with the West, led by the United States, or the East, led by the Soviet Union. This division was not just ideological but also geographical, as nations were pressured to choose sides, often resulting in conflicts in regions like Asia, Africa, and Latin America. The Cold War also gave rise to a series of proxy wars, where the superpowers supported opposing sides in conflicts without directly engaging each other. For instance, in Korea and Vietnam, US and Soviet interests clashed, creating long-lasting impacts on those nations. These proxy wars were not just about ideology. They involved a struggle for influence and control over strategic regions and resources. Another aspect to consider is the arms race. Both superpowers invested heavily in military capabilities, leading to the development of nuclear weapons. The threat of nuclear war created a climate of fear and tension, which influenced political decisions worldwide. Nations had to navigate their foreign policies carefully, as the balance of power shifted with each new advancement in military technology. Additionally, the Cold War shaped international organizations and alliances. The North Atlantic Treaty Organization, or NATO, formed as a collective defense pact among Western nations, while the Warsaw Pact emerged as a response from the Soviet bloc. These alliances not only solidified divisions, but also created a framework for international relations that persisted beyond the Cold War. As the Cold War progressed, the concept of non-alignment gained popularity among countries seeking to avoid becoming pawns in the superpower struggle. Leaders like India's Jawaharlal Nehru and Egypt's Gamal Abdel Nasser advocated for a third path, promoting cooperation and development without aligning with either bloc. This movement influenced global politics by highlighting the importance of sovereignty and self-determination for emerging nations. The eventual decline of the Soviet Union in the late 20th century marked a significant turning point in global politics. The end of the Cold War led to a unipolar world where the United States emerged as the sole superpower. This shift changed the dynamics of international relations as new challenges arose, including terrorism and economic globalization. In conclusion, the Cold War was not just a battle between two superpowers. It was a defining moment that reshaped global politics in numerous ways. Its influence can be seen in the alliances that formed, the conflicts that erupted, and the policies that nations adopted in the years that followed. Thank you for watching this episode of Threads and Tunes. If you found this discussion insightful, please give us a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel for more content exploring the fascinating intersections of history, culture, and politics. Until next time, keep the threads of history alive.